Hey everyone, big news out of Geneva. The US and China just hit the pause button on their trade war. Again, tariffs are being reduced, not removed, for 90 days. That's good news in the short term. But long term? Not so much. Let me break it down. Think of tariffs like a cover charge just to walk into a store. If you're importing Chinese electronics into the US, you are paying a massive 145% fee. Now it's down to 30%, but only for 90 days. But here's the issue. Businesses can't plan when trade rules change every few weeks. Imagine you're running a restaurant, and you don't know if chicken will cost $3 or $30 tomorrow. That's what companies across the globe are dealing with. This latest truce didn't come from nowhere. Retail giants like Walmart and Target warned of empty shelves this summer. Port traffic from China dropped. Chinese factories started laying off workers. The pressure was mounting on both sides. Trump originally called April 2nd Liberation Day, when the US slapped baseline tariffs on all imports. The goal? Make Americans buy more American-made products. But instead of boosting US factories, it raised prices and sparked global retaliation. Let's be clear. The US imports $440 billion in goods from China and only exports $145 billion. Trump wants to shrink that gap, but tariffs alone haven't solved the issue. They've just strained relationships. Even allies like the UK got hit with blanket tariffs. Their recent deal set a flat 10% rate. It's small. But it shows that even friendly nations see the US as an unreliable trade partner. Rates shift week to week. That kind of unpredictability drives countries to look elsewhere. Now Treasury Secretary Bessent says this is part of a strategic decoupling. Not cutting ties completely, but stepping back from China in key areas, like steel, semiconductors, and medicine. It's kind of like two roommates fighting. They stop sharing groceries, but still share the Wi-Fi. That's where the US and China are right now. Not fully separated, but definitely not working in sync. Markets jumped on the news. The S&P gained over 3%, NASDAQ surged more than 4%. But let's be real. This isn't a breakthrough, it's a timeout. Nothing permanent has changed. So what's the big picture? Short term, it's a breather. Long term, it's more confusion. The world sees the US as unpredictable. And many are already reworking their supply chains to avoid being dependent on American trade policy. Trade runs on trust. And lately, that trust is wearing thin. Let me know what you think. Is this a smart reset? Or a sign the US is losing its grip as a global trade leader?